Running out of space on your device can feel like hitting a digital wall. Whether it's endless photo libraries, massive work files, or app overload, the storage struggle is very real. But what if you didn't need to constantly delete or upgrade your devices just to stay functional? Today, we're going to break down how cloud storage can help solve your storage headaches and how to strike the perfect balance between internal storage and cloud flexibility. Hello everyone, I'm Michael Kinnett, CEO and founder of iTernal Networks, and here at iTernal Networks, we believe in empowering businesses with the knowledge that they need to succeed. So every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific, I go live on our social pages to discuss different topics around cybersecurity and technology to help empower others. These live streams aim to help small business owners and other business workers feel more confident in their knowledge of business technology and cybersecurity. Here at iTernal Networks, we're dedicated to creating safe and secure environments for people to do what they love and thrive at it. And staying educated on how to use technology properly is a big part of that, fortifying your business environment. At the end of the live stream, we'll also answer questions. So if you have any questions, please throw them into the comments and we'll cover those at the end. All right, now on to our discussion. Storage, digital storage. How much storage do you really need? Let's talk a little bit about what storage really means in our devices and how cloud solutions are changing the game. Your device storage includes everything from apps and documents and operating system files, all the way to high resolution videos and design documents. And depending on how you use your phone, laptop, desktop, your storage needs can vary dramatically. There's two key types of physical storage. There's internal, which is built in and much faster, but limited, can be limited in its size. And then there's external. This could be SD cards, USB drives, external hard drives. These are a lot more flexible in adding large amounts of storage, but they can be less secure and typically are slower. So how do you know how much storage you need? Let's talk about 4 different user types and how much storage that user with that type of profile, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about what they mean, how much storage they might need. So a basic user, if a basic user, when we talk about a basic user, we're talking about somebody who's mostly just browsing the web, checking emails, maybe using a few apps here and there. You know, maybe they're working on Word docs or PowerPoint from time to time, but for the most part, everything's web-based and there's not a whole lot needed on the computer outside of web and email. 128 gigs is probably more than enough. If we're talking about desktops and laptops, on the low end, 128 gigs would be considered more small on the storage side. That should be fine. If you're talking about a mobile device, a tablet, 64 gigs might even be enough for a basic user. You can offload photos and documents to the cloud to keep your device clean and quick and stay underneath that storage amount. Average users, so these, when we're talking about average users, we're talking about those that they're using social media, maybe they're streaming some apps, maybe streaming videos, they're taking lots of photos. There's more applications installed that they use on a regular basis. And of those things, some of the files types are larger, right? So video and photos. These users, 256 gigabytes will give you a little bit of breathing room, but you're still going to want to utilize cloud storage when your media library starts growing. If you're talking about like an average user for a cell phone, 256 is a good number, depending on how many photos and videos you take. Like my wife, for example, she's an average user when it comes to everything except for photos and video, and she takes a lot, which I'm grateful for. You know, the photos and videos of our kids and our vacations and things we do together, but it takes up a lot of space. So take that into mind, right? If you're an average user, but you do lots of photo and video, you might bump up into our next category, which is power users. Power users are playing video games, they're editing photos, videos, doing engineering, they're working with large file types. These users, you'll need 512 gigs, I would say at a minimum. Cloud storage will let you sync your project files without slowing your device down and is recommended. But these users, I would say you're going to start around that 512 gig. And now we bump up to the next user. This is the high-end user. This is the professional user. This is those that are working with 4K or 8K video. They're working with databases or large, massive data sets, or large engineering AutoCAD type files. 1 terabyte or more is where I would start. Cloud platforms can help you back up, share, and access large files seamlessly, but you're going to need a significant amount of local storage to make sure that you're able to do everything that you do on a day-to-day basis. So, talk about 4 different types of users. It doesn't really matter which category you fall into. Cloud storage can help. It offers flexibility and scalability that internal or external hardware can't always provide. Some of the benefits of cloud storage for users is it frees up your device space. It uploads heavy files like photos and videos and documents to the cloud, which can improve your performance by letting your device have a little bit of breathing room, right? We don't ever want to use up 100% of the storage. The recommended is 85% or less, because your operating system needs a buffer to be able to do other things and move files around and to be able to kind of manage some of that on its own. If it's completely full, your device is not going to operate as it should. So using cloud helps you to offload those things. One of the other benefits is it gives you access anytime, anywhere. Whether you're switching between devices or working remotely, your files are just a few clicks away, as long as you're connected to the internet and can log into your account. Third, it provides a secure, redundant data storage. If your device crashes or gets stolen, your data is safe. Cloud storage platforms often include encryption and multi-factor authentication for peace of mind for security, and I highly recommend that you turn those on. It is important to note that OneDrive, Google Drive, like the things that we're talking about here, are not considered backup. They may be a form of redundant storage where you have it on your computer and in the cloud and maybe on another mobile device, but they're not backup. You delete it in one space, guess what? It's gone everywhere. So both of those providers, Google and Microsoft, recommend that you have third-party backup or that you back up your files somewhere else. That's a different story, but want to make sure that we're clear on that. All right, the fourth tip here, cloud storage offers scalability without having to upgrade your hardware. You can start with a small plan and upgrade as needed without having to constantly buy new drives or buy new mobile devices, laptops, whatever, right? No need to physically upgrade it. So you start off saying, well, I'm going to upload my video and photos to the cloud. Well, how much storage do you need? Well, I'm just starting, so really 2 gigs is fine, right? I'm just going to use the free storage that they include. Great, include that. Well, guess what? You live your life, you take more photos, more video, more documents, right? Your storage increases, and then you can slowly increase that over time without having to go and upgrade all of your devices. So the last tip where cloud storage really is helpful is it allows for easy collaboration and sharing. So these platforms, Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, Data Workplace, there's others, they let you edit documents together, share folders, and eliminate the need for endless email attachments back and forth. They also allow for secure sharing of these documents, where you're not sending potentially confidential information out over the web, where it potentially could get intercepted by others. With over 65% of users now relying on cloud storage as their primary solution, it's clear that this is more than just a trend. It really is a smarter way to work and live. So I highly recommend looking at that. One thing is you're planning for am I a power user? What kind of storage do I need? Will cloud storage work for me? Let's talk a little bit about how you can figure that out. First, you gotta figure out what's actually using your space. What's hogging all of your storage on your device? There are different apps out there that will let you scan and see, oh, I've got 100 gigs of videos, I've got 200 gigs of this, and I've got 1 gig of that, right? And it will help you identify what type of files and where they are on your device. So something to keep in mind, we're talking about a few different file types and some file sizes for them. So when we're talking about videos, 1 hour of 4K footage, so high resolution footage, can use more than 7 gigabytes of data on your device, depending on the format, obviously, of the video. Photos, 1,000 high-res images takes around 5 gigs. If you're using professional image formats, like RAW formats, that's going to take up even more space. Apps. Many apps are tiny, fairly small. Editing, creative tools, games, right? These are all storage hogs. They can use multi-gigs of storage on your device. Knowing what's using your space can help you to make better decisions and what to delete, what to offload, what to store externally or in the cloud. If you're using a whole bunch of applications that are using most of your space, you're not going to be able to offload as much to the cloud. If you're using a lot of files and video and photos, yeah, guess what? Those are perfect to be offloaded to the cloud and can free up a lot of space. Let's talk a little bit about how to manage and optimize your device storage. Because even with cloud storage, the local storage needs to be managed properly, and you have to keep it optimized. So one, we talked about this, you need to offload your old files to the cloud. The files that you're not actively using on a regular basis, have them in the cloud, right? Where you can quickly and easily access them, but they're not taking up local space. Go through and delete any unused apps you haven't touched in months, right? We all have that, myself included. Hey, it's springtime, let's go do some spring cleaning on our computers. Let's go take a look and see what apps have I installed that I don't even remember the last time I used it. Get rid of it, uninstall it, free up that space. Give your computer a little bit more room to breathe. Another step is to clear out the cache from apps and browsers. Over time, browsers especially use up more and more space, right, as they download temporary files. And it's important to go in and clear those out from time to time to free up some space. All right, this may be old news. If I grew up in the 90s, so this says a lot, right? Back in the days of I can't even think of the name of the app that I used to use, but downloading music was huge, right? Streaming music, guess what? That saves a ton of space, right? Don't download music, don't download videos, buy it, add it to your library, and then just stream it, right? Amazon Music, Apple, right? There's all these amazing services out there. Don't take up a whole bunch of space on your system downloading music and videos. All right, these simple steps can drastically improve your device's speed and performance. So all that being said, well, what happens if you run out of storage? I would say before you go out and buy a new device, take a look and see maybe your cloud plan's maxed out and you just need to upgrade it. A small monthly fee can unlock tons of storage. I'll also point out this more on the personal side than on the business side. If you have Android or iPhone, right, the plans that are available to back up your photos and video, there's family plans, there's individual plans. It's not that expensive. I mean, Google for 2 terabytes is talking like $100 a year. That's for a family plan that you can share with your family. So just take a look at that before you go and spend a whole bunch on headaches on upgrading physical stuff. You might be able to use the cloud a little bit more. Also consider using an external drive or NAS, which stands for Network Attached Storage, for archiving your files, right? Instead of using up the space on your system, just archive it, right? Hey, here's a bunch of old files and things that I haven't touched in years. We put it on this external drive where I know I can get to it if I need it, but it's not taking up, the more important space. And then I mentioned this, but uninstall space-heavy apps. Games are notorious for this. Things that you don't use often, get rid of them. uninstall them. And then moving your media to the cloud, right? Whether that's videos, photo, music, documents, right? Move as much as possible. Do all of that before you say, hey, you know what? I really am out of space. I need to go upgrade or get a new computer. All right. Why is this important? Maximizing your device storage isn't really just about saving space, right? The purpose of it is to keep your technology running efficiently and supporting your daily workflow without interruptions, right? The purpose is to allow technology to make your life easier and more efficient. And when you're out of space and you're fighting the technology, it's doing the opposite of that. So a smart storage setup can help you to stay organized, avoid costly upgrades, and give you the peace of mind in knowing where your important files are and that they're within reach, and allowing you to do what you love doing. If you have any questions or would like any personalized advice on balancing local and cloud storage, don't hesitate to reach out. We love talking about all kinds of technology and finding solutions for people. That's what we're passionate about here. If you'd like a written version of today's video, we've got a full transcript available in blog form. That'll be linked in the chat and in the video as well. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments and I'll get back to you. We'll respond to those. Thanks for watching and for joining. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment with any questions or thoughts you might have. Your feedback is really valuable to us because it helps us to know what's important to you. And we really want to make more content that's valuable to you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss any updates. And remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to help you navigate the world of technology and cybersecurity. If you need any other assistance, please reach out to us, direct message. You can email us, call us, visit our website at itnet.works. We'd love to talk with you. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.